Hey, how's it going? This is Budgets by Brandon, and back to you with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about places that essentially steal your money and how to kind of avoid wasting your paycheck. The TLDR for this video is going to be that restaurants are taking way more of your paycheck than you think, and I'm going to break down very quickly how it does that. So first off, I'm going to start with breakfast, first meal of the day. A lot of people waste money on coffee. I talked about this in an earlier video. If you go to Starbucks every single day, grandes are $6. If you go 5 days a week, four times a month, let's just assume that there's 4 weeks in whatever given month there is. That's $120 right there. And you don't think about it because it's a tiny little purchase every single day. It's never a big purchase, typically, that takes all the money out of your paycheck. It's usually a bunch of little, small, insignificant payments that add up to a whole lot at the end. For example, I like to buy Crunch bars almost every single day at work. It's a bad habit. I'm addicted. I'm trying to break it. Don't judge me. They charge me $1.50 for a Crunch bar. Okay, $1.50. Here you go. And then I go on Tuesday, another $1.50. Wednesday, Thursday. And if I've done it every day that week, I've spent $7.50. And then it's like, okay, I spent $7.50. 750 times 4, that's $30. Another place that's very easy to mess up is buying lunch. Let's just say you go twice a week and you spend $10 on whatever lunch you want to buy. And that's cheap because I live in Texas. I know there's more expensive places. Let's say $10. $20 a week. $20 times 4, that's $80 a month that you're spending on lunch that you just didn't prepare at home. So then we go to the last meal of the day, dinner. Unless you're one of those people that eats more than 3 times a day, that's just not me. I'm just going for the average person here. But let's say you spend $25 on dinner at the end of the week because you're tired and you don't feel like cooking or whatever. And let's say sometimes it's 30, sometimes it's 18, whatever, 25, just for the sake of argument. And let's say you do that twice a month. Just twice a month. That's $50 that you spent on food. And if I tack up everything, that's the coffee, that's the lunch. I didn't even say breakfast. Because sometimes we buy breakfast. I bought breakfast earlier this morning, and that was extra cash coming out of my pocket. But lunch, snacks, and dinner twice a month, I just brought up my bill $280 in a month, off of what basically sounds like nothing. At least to me, that sounds like nothing. And so, what can we do about this? The first one's obviously the coffee one. The easiest thing you could do is honestly just buy a coffee maker, make a one-time purchase of $40, buy coffee that's not expensive. But for the sake of argument, again, let's just say that you're addicted to Starbucks and you can't go without your fix. I recommend just buying the Frappuccinos that come in a bottle if you like Frappuccino. Otherwise, I don't know what to tell you. I love that stuff. I'm addicted to it. I'm addicted to a lot of things, apparently. Anyway, Frappuccinos that come in a bottle are like $3 a pop. And so if I trade the place of that as opposed to just grabbing it from the actual coffee shop, which fills your cup with a ton of ice anyway, and so you don't actually get the amount that is posted. I think grande is supposed to be like 16 ounces. It's like 8 ounces of ice. You're better off just getting the thing from the dang bottle. But if I just do that, that's $3 a pop, and that's $60. So that saves me $60 a month on coffee. Don't recommend spending that crazy amount of money on coffee every single month, but if you wanted to, that cuts your cost. The second easy one is the snack bars. I got a box of 15 snack bars for just $7, which means that for basically 3 weeks, I'm good on snack bars for just $7, as opposed to spending $7.50 a week. And so that easily cuts my cost to about a third of what they would be otherwise. So if you just extrapolate that out to 4 weeks, that would bring my total to $10 just on snack bars, which is a whole lot better than the $30 that I was spending before. Last up is dinner. 2 times a month is already fairly restrictive, so let's just leave that as it is. Let's just say you go twice a month and you spend $50. Don't even touch dinner. You just saved $150. That's only $130 that you spent on extra crap to eat. And it doesn't feel like we're doing that in the moment because it's always tiny little purchases. Oh, $10 here, $6 here. Oh, I have that, $3. Here you go. But it's not the things that we do one time. It's the things that we do every day that build up what happens to our finances. Because it's very rare that you actually find a person who goes broke every month off of buying clothes. Because eventually your closet's going to get full. You know, you're not buying a TV or a couch or speakers or phones every single month. Those are one-time purchases that you might replace after a fair amount of time. It's the little things that you've really got to watch out for and be careful for. So, what's a good habit that you can do to help practice this? The one that I found that honestly works for me whenever I actually implement it is take out the money that I want to spend on extra stuff, let's say food, because we're talking about it, in cash. And once you're out, you're out. So let's say I want to spend $100 this month on food, right? I pull $100 out of my bank account, and if the desire arrives, I can go out to a restaurant and buy my food, cash. Boom. And as soon as I'm out, I have to have the discipline not to go back into my bank account for more money. Otherwise, I'm just feeding back into the bad habits that I've worked on getting out of. And I'm gonna go back to spending $6, $5, $10 a day. And my bank account's gonna be empty like I don't know why. And I'm gonna look at it like, why is my bank account minus $300 from where I expected? And it's because you've been eating your paycheck. And so many people don't recognize those tiny little purchases that eat away at the money that you earn every single day. Anyway, guys, that's my quick analysis of just one big thing we waste money on. I took notice of this because my job actually has a cafeteria. And I always found it funny. That the place where I go when I earn my income has a place where I can go and spend my income. And so I'm like, this is a perfect cycle of giving me something to take away from it, which is fine. It's up to me whether or not I eat there, and it's available to the people there. But I always wanted to encourage you, and I want to really encourage myself to understand not to spend your money unwisely. And unwise spending isn't just making a big purchase. Sometimes it's making small, consistent, unthoughtful purchases. And we don't think about those $2, $3 things that we just send off to the wind like it doesn't matter. Because the truth is, it all matters in the very end. So, I hope this video has been helpful. I hope you learned something. I hope it gives you something to think about. If you find the contents useful, please like and subscribe. I'd love to hear some things that maybe you guys spend your money on that you don't think about, but in the end, you look at your bank statement and you're like, what happened to all that money I earned? But let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. This has been Budgets by Brandon's first budget talk, and I will see you all again next time. Thank you.